Have you ever felt like you were born to do great things? You have countless ideas waiting to be executed and detailed plans already laid out in your mind. But day after day, you feel like you haven't moved an inch. You might spend hours daydreaming about a brilliant future, picturing your own success, but when it's time to start, you end up watching another entertaining video or telling yourself, "I'll do it tomorrow." Tomorrow comes, and you're still at square one. The scary part is, you're not lazy. You're passionate about learning, you have a clear sense of direction, and you even read books, listen to podcasts, and take courses. But when it comes to the real work, the actions that truly move you closer to your dreams, you find every possible way to avoid them. The moment you try to start, your body feels heavy, your brain wants to shut down, and you look for any excuse to procrastinate. If you think you're alone, the truth is even more surprising. Procrastination isn't a sign of laziness or a lack of willpower. In fact, it's a defense mechanism of the brain, an instinctive reaction to avoid anything that feels overwhelming. In many cases, it's your biggest dreams, the very things you want to achieve most, that feel the heaviest because they seem so far removed from your reality, requiring too many steps, with too little time, and you feel exhausted before you even begin. The good news is, you don't need 200% of your energy or a complete overhaul of yourself. You just need a small spark to get started. Procrastination isn't your core nature, it's a habit that can be reprogrammed. Your brain doesn't need a massive leap forward, it just needs a signal that it's safe to start. So, how do you flip that switch? The answer lies in 3 simple strategies that will completely change the way you act every day. You've heard the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. So why do you expect yourself to write an entire book, learn a new language, or launch a business in just a few evenings? The key is the smallest possible action that guarantees you'll begin. Instead of writing a novel, start with writing 1 sentence a day. Instead of learning a whole chapter, just read 1 page. These tiny initial actions are the first charge of energy, like learning to tie your shoes before running a marathon. They build momentum from within. Strategy 2. Make habits easy and automatic. Willpower is a limited resource. Successful people aren't always stronger than you, they're smarter about building a system that forces them to act without needing to motivate themselves constantly. You don't need ironclad discipline, you just need to make your desired action so easy that it's impossible not to do them. Want to exercise in the morning? Place your running shoes right next to your bed. Want to work as soon as you open your laptop? Set your to-do list as the first screen you see. In other words, eliminate resistance instead of trying to generate motivation. This is a tip from James Clear, author of the famous book Atomic Habits. The rule is simple: any new habit you want to form, start with its 2-minute version. Want to read? Just read 1 page. Want to clean? Just tidy 1 corner of your desk. The goal is to send a signal to your brain that this isn't scary. The easier the starting behavior is, the more likely you are to sustain it. Success doesn't come from 1 giant leap, but from thousands of small steps in the right direction. Just like when we were children, we learned to walk by falling and getting back up repeatedly. No one ever thought, "I'm just not cut out for walking." So don't be afraid to fail or be slow. Consistency is more important than perfection. There is no perfect time other than now. Right after this video, don't close it yet. In the comments, write down 1 goal you have and the smallest 2-minute action you can take right now.